Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So it is Sunday morning here. My eyes do not lie. I've had two pretty late and eventful evenings. But nonetheless, Sunday morning, chilled, with coffee, and yeah, hoping to catch up with everything Eurovision. So yeah, I got back a reasonable time yesterday, just before midnight, I think, and I checked to see whether the 30-second snippets of the Automatic Qualifiers were on YouTube, and they weren't, which is probably a good thing I didn't do this last night, because I don't know how much sense I would be talking, but nonetheless, I don't know how much sense I'm going to be talking this morning, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So the reason why I'm looking forward to this, if you're a follower and subscriber of my channel, I'm British. Obviously, Muller, the UK, she had her second rehearsal yesterday. France, my favourite song this year. Let's give a bit of Union Jack love to Muller. France is Zarra, my favourite song this year, and also I am financially invested in that song. Put a little bit of money on that one. And Italia, I live in Italy, right? So this is my Italian flag supporting Marco Mengoni. And we've got Spain, Ukraine, and Germany as well to look forward to. So I think what I'm going to do is I am also, because they drew the first and the second half yesterday as well, and I was aware that it was happening, and I may have seen the kind of posts in and around social media, but I don't think I've mentally locked in. Other than France being in the first half, I know that. I don't necessarily think that I've grasped in my mind where the other ones have come. So I'm going to do that as well in this video. So let's check it out.
Hi guys, it's Rylan here from the Arena in Liverpool. And
love this man.
For you because I'm about to show you some of the Big Five and Ukraine, all of that rehearsal footage. Well,
some of the Big Five. Are they going to do this in two things? Hold on a minute. Germany, France, Italy, Ukraine, Spain. Huh? Germany, France, Italy, Ukraine, Spain. So I'm a bit confused. Are they giving Muller her own video? Videos? No. Right, I opened up blogs because, as you can see here, I was going to utilise this to work out who was going to be in what semi-final, but I'm going to utilise them to see if we know anything in regards to why I'm not seeing Muller. Was she ill yesterday? Rehearsals roundup. Which automatic qualifier was your favourite? But there's no clip for the UK. Hold on a minute. I think blogs is going to answer my question. Unfortunately, there were technical problems with the UK's clip, and so this has not been included in the roundup. Once you're up to speed with the other five, go vote in our poll. Well, hold on a minute. Muller on Twitter. Technical issues, hun. That ain't what it sounded like. Oh, we getting sound issues. That's the last thing I need. Oh, what? Where? So she's replying to someone saying, where is there a man singing on the track with you? And Rylan says, probs me. Okay. Contact for those who missed it. Ah, perfect. Okay, so it just sounds like her mic isn't loud enough. So that's just... So, did the UK just decide that they just weren't happy to release the 30-second clip? Because the delegations have to pick the 30-second clip, so I'm assuming they can also veto and choose equally not to release 30 as well. Oh... Okay, this is so salvageable. Do you remember when No Angels from Germany were having sound issues, but it was about the mics and the harmonies and getting the sound right? I feel this is just about turning the mic up, surely. Oh, that's annoying. So we're not going to get to see the UK. Well, May Muller, this has been a very eventful journey so far this Eurovision season with you and your song. Well, my song being British. Give us a break. Right, well, let's check out the other ones though. Right, so let's go back.
So each of our artists have chosen 30 seconds of their rehearsals to share with you. Let's take a look.
Sweet and slow, before we rise. Now go, go. I still stand by the fact that I quite like the introduction of the white in there because it does brighten the whole thing up, because I think red and black for a whole 3 minutes is extremely heavy. Moreover, they are utilising the pan outs. I don't know necessarily how close the audience can get, but I'm assuming very close. And this song definitely requires and needs the audience feeding off this song, right? I must say also, his singing sounds identical to the studio track. See this, I'm assuming they will be able to go up to here. That's my assumption. And I'm actually going to be here on Friday night, actually, on the jury final. And that ticket was a fortune. Right. I actually really, really like what I'm seeing. And I know probably some people say it's unfair to make this comparison, but from this 30-second clip, I'm more impressed than Australia's 30-second clip. I think everything's working for this. The colour scheme, moreover, the levels. I actually still like the fact that they've got the band on raised platforms, which they had at the national final. Yeah. So, I mean, I still say that these set of automatic qualifiers are the best in regards to quality and quantity of them that I can remember. Okay, so skimming down, Germany's in the second half. I was about to say this song is going to benefit being in the second half, and it is in the second half. All gravy. I find it really difficult to comment on rock songs because it's not necessarily a genre. It's not a genre that I listen to. So all I can really talk about is to what extent visually am I happy with what I'm seeing. Even this image here. I just think, look, at the end of the day, it's not Sisters. Like, that was, bless, staging-wise, a hot mess. This looks as good as I feel it can look. I'm so impressed that vocal sounds identical to the studio track. Okay, nice. I will say question mark because I don't listen to rock. I still find it kind of interesting how much people talk about Australia, and as a result, I'm not seeing as much outside of Germany talk and hype and discussion about Germany. But hopefully, potentially after that 30 seconds, there might be a little bit of talk about this song, not necessarily winning or being top 10, but certainly a song that will do well and fight for that left-hand side of the board. Because I think if it doesn't, I think Germany's going to walk away being quite confused. I thought that national final was a massive upgrade, and I think this song did deserve to win, even though it's not a song that I listened to. It was very evident watching on the national final songs that was the best package for Germany to send. And if it doesn't do well, I think they might be, I wouldn't know what to do if I was the German broadcaster, basically. Right. Love Lance. So they've picked the first 30 seconds. Cool. They're not going to be giving too much away. Right, what the young generation, what's that phrase now? Mother. I've had to get the Balkan guy, Amma, to kind of, define that. That kind of facial expression that she's serving there, I think she's fully aware that she is mother. That there, right there. It's safe to say I will not be adopting the phrase mother into my daily vocabulary. I'm too old, I can't pull it off. Beautiful. Do you remember the hysteria after Madrid, whereby out of nowhere everyone was like, she can't sing? Vocally, on point. So she's got some reds in that dress, some red tones. Right, that's either the lighting. No, it is red tones in there. Yeah, because we got the red nails. Look, I am so excited about this. Oh, there's a baby outside screaming. Or maybe the baby's really excited about France as well. Obviously, we've seen the latter part of the song as well in the first semi-final, and we've seen images. This is a massive feast for the eyes, and for me it just complements what I think is a top quality song for France this year. 40-1 was when I put my bet on to win. So if it does come through, which I think I still think this is possible, then I'll treat myself to a nice little holiday this summer. Right, okay, Zarra, Don't Let Me Down, Girl. The vocal looks good, sounds good. We didn't really get much from that 30 seconds other than the fact that she's standing there owning it. And at this stage, I'm happy with at least that coming from this second rehearsal. Right. Italia. That top looks so much better than the one he was wearing in the first semi-final. And vocally serving it, but we know that anyway. So he's utilising the front bit, isn't he? So we still don't get a sense of what's actually happening in regards to the choreography in the background, but I'm assuming the choreography complements the meaning of the song. Thank you very much for those Italians. Obviously, it is embarrassing living in Italy and my Italian being limited. Basically saying that the silver vest he wore in the first rehearsal basically is a nod to a lyric in the song, i.e. something about a silver vest. I much prefer this. I still think he could stand there with just a microphone like he did when he entered, was it 2013 or 2012? My memory is awful. Because the vocal alone, and I think the song is quality. I will say it and I'll say it again. I will defend this song. There are so many people, who have said this is a downgrade for Italy, expecting Italy to deliver quality and them sending it this year. There's two camps. Either people just don't think it's as strong, or the other camp being like, Italy are just sending the same thing. I completely disagree with the first camp. At this time, in leading into the final week of Eurovision, I prefer this more than Brividi last year, which I think is quite controversial. I just think this song is beautiful. And so is Marco Mengoni. Right. I mean, we're not getting much from this, are we? But I still think this is not necessarily a song that they need to play around with too many ideas. And last year in Turin, they tried to play around with some kind of visual concepts, and it didn't necessarily pay off, although I thought the staging was fine, but other people had issues with it. I still want to know what's going on in the background, and we still don't really know that. But all I can say is prefer this top, and vocally he's selling it, and there, we've got the image there. I still don't really know what's going on. The song is strong. The song alone is going to be top 10 without bringing in kind of the obvious statement saying the juries are going to award this points and stuff like this. This is a top 10 for Italy for sure. And that is hugely down to him, actually. The fact that I think the whole of Italy has confidence in his ability to deliver this song. Oh. You just like that actor fool, trying to get in my head like when I turn my headlights, I can see right through you, trying to get a reaction, I just hit the action move. Ukrainian? What did I just see? This looks absolutely amazing. I still love the fact that they've added in those blue tinges to obviously, nod to the Ukrainian flag. This is amazing. The introduction of the Ukrainian I'm loving. Like I said, I love the introduction of the blue. I love the introduction of the blue colour into this palette because, yellow and black, a bit like Germany with the red and black can be quite heavy for the 3 minutes. And they had the yellow and black theme in the national final. So the introduction of the blue, I know, is the Ukrainian flag. It did take me quite a while to realise that after the first semi-final, embarrassingly so. But there's an effect that happens. I don't think there's lights on the outfit. There's an effect that happens when the light hits this outfit, which is... this. Surely is that the outfit? Or is it the lights reacting to what's on there? And it's happening with the dancers as well. Finland aside, I still think Finland's staging is the best that I've seen so far. For me, this is the second best that I've seen. This song, for me, when I watched it in the first semi-final, I said that I'm coming around to this song. Not like I didn't like it before, but for me, this is peaking at the right time. And the visuals that we're seeing here are amazing. That makes me feel that Ukraine, deservedly so, will do quite well this year. Those visuals were amazing. Right, Blanca. I wonder even if the camera notes from Benidorm Fest have just been passed on to Liverpool, because even this circulation of this curtain is identical to Benidorm Fest, and that is not a negative. And the phrase that I've seen a few times on my reaction to the first semi-final, which makes total sense, is if it's not broken, why fix it? And I think, I can't say that in any more simpler and clearer way with my thoughts of this staging. It's Benidorm Fest, but Benidorm Fest staging was what everyone was talking about and actually got her the win in the end. Okay, so I can't remember the Benidorm Fest final performance. I haven't seen it for a while. So I don't necessarily know whether this aerial shot was present in that. But if it was, let me just kind of say something a little bit about it. So when I watched it with my friends, I've said a few times that some of my friends couldn't quite connect with it due to the intensity of the song. The fact that from the beginning to the end, it is full throttle, fifth gear, and there's limited to no peaks and troughs or peaks and valleys. And some of my friends had issues with that. But I don't know whether this part was in the final, whereby we've got white taking away from the red, which I love. But she's also not... The vocal that she's delivering here seems to be a bit more gentler, and she's taken a gear off. Because I remember at Benidorm Fest, everything she was pushing vocally. So this moment, in combination with what we saw from the first semi-final, where she goes to the front and the white light hits her hand, I feel we do have more of this, which potentially might mean that some of my friends, when they watch this in the final, will hopefully start obviously connecting and seeing what I believe the majority of people are connecting and seeing, and that is a potential top 5, top 3 song. I didn't actually check out, Shane, you said you were going to do that. France, the first half, I knew that. Italy, the first half. Spain, the first half. Ukraine, 19th. Now, I wonder whether Paco Chico Toxco will be happy about that. We're going to be doing a live today, so it'll be interesting to see what he thinks about Spain drawing the first half. But Germany definitely has lucked in there with the second half. That song, that sound needed to be in the second half. By the time we get to that, we'll be pumped. Okay, interesting. Again, these automatic qualifiers, in regards to the bulk of them, the best that we've had, in my opinion, in living memory. My living memory. I'm 36. My first Eurovision was 1999. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So please let me know what you think. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.